Almond butter is a great ingredient for a chocolatier when it comes to creating the ideal bite, especially as a vegan chocolatier and pastry chef, because it brings exciting flavor and texture combinations to life. Plant-based desserts are on the rise, so if you're looking to fit within that eating pattern, working with almond butter brings so much to the table. It adds interest and play with other flavors, it balances health and indulgence, and it also adds body and richness to confections in place of dairy products. Welcome to the Almond Butter and Chocolate Masterclass Series, a collaboration between the Almond Board of California and the Culinary Institute of America. I'm Anissa Dann, and I work at the Culinary Institute of America's Copia campus in Northern California, and I'm the chef owner of Wicked Good Plants, a vegan pastry business here in the Napa Valley. For my customers who love adventurous and new flavor combinations, I love coming up with ideas that are both familiar and unexpected. Exploring the flavors around me is exactly how I came up with these smoked almond butter and peach bourbon chocolates. This confection blends smoky and rich almond butter with the bright sweetness of ripe peaches and the oaky warmth of bourbon, all encased in dark chocolate. Customers love classic familiar flavors in their confections, and who doesn't love a peanut butter and jelly? So this is my take on that nostalgic flavor combination, but in an unexpected and elevated way. The first thing I'll show you is the smoked almond butter. Smoking the raw almonds before blending them into butter adds a savory depth that contrasts beautifully with the sweet peach notes. I asked a local chef and friend from Southern Stoke Barbecue here in Napa, California, to smoke both almonds and salt using almond wood. The salt was smoked for 12 hours and the almonds for 8. Collaboration with community is essential in the food industry, and besides being an essential element to my business, it brings me immense joy. Chocolates are my favorite way of gathering ingredients from other local makers and bringing them together inside one cracking chocolate shell. In a food processor, add the smoked almonds, salt, cinnamon, maple syrup, and vanilla. Blend this thoroughly to a smooth texture. Whenever you make your own almond butter, I recommend blending them freshly roasted, right after they come out of the oven. The heat releases the natural oils in the almonds, which helps blend them into their butter form. Remember that this will go into a shell, so consider the texture you would like when you bite into the chocolate. I like a thick consistency that holds its shape when encased in the chocolate for a chewy bite. To make the peach filling for these chocolates, I combine peaches, sugar, bourbon, pectin, salt, and citric acid. This jam has a bit of tang to it, balancing well with our rich almond butter. Peaches and almonds go together beautifully in this confection. Makes a lot of sense considering almonds are actually part of the stone fruit family. There are so many different almond forms, you can find whatever you need to be creative. When I develop a recipe, I don't take any ingredient for granted and consider how each element can be elevated. Vegan confections already lend themselves to creativity and out-of-the-box thinking, so why not push it further? Why not smoke an almond or drench my peaches in a good quality bourbon? And if you can't smoke the almonds, ask yourself, is there other ways I can experience them? My advice, see what your community has to offer. Now we're ready to assemble our chocolates. Here, I have my smoked almond butter in a pastry bag, and I've got my peach jam filling in the other bag. I've already lined a chocolate mold with some dark tempered chocolate and allowed it to cool. Pipe a small bit of almond butter into each shell, followed by a small bit of jam. Careful to leave a little room for the chocolate to cover. Once the chocolates have been capped, set, and unmolded, top each chocolate with a large crystal of smoked salt. Smoked almond butter and peach bourbon chocolates are a happy little bite of smokiness, fruitiness, and rich almond butter. I think your customers will enjoy this elevated but nostalgic take on a peanut butter and jelly filling. I hope this has inspired you to get creative with almonds in your next vegan confection.